All right, here's the next problem. This one is somewhat unique. So let's go ahead and, like always, handle this like we know how. So it says here, what distance will one cover to reach the other? That seems a little weird. Seems a little weird, but that's okay. Let me go ahead and highlight that. So, what distance will one cover to reach the other? So, everybody, is it safe to say that because we're talking about two friends and they're standing on, certain places of a rectangle, we're basically going to say, hey, we're going to put these friends on the rectangle and we're going to figure out how long it is between one and the other. Is that somewhat in the ballpark before I actually confirm that? Okay, cool. Now, again, we haven't really confirmed that. It's kind of just what it sounds like, but let's confirm it with the information that we have. So it says that two friends stand at opposite corners of a rectangular park. So let's write that out. Let's draw that out right there. And from here, let's take away the filling. So it's just a regular rectangle. Okay, cool. So we will add friend A right over here. And it says, everybody, which corner relative to friend A is friend B at? Which corner? Yeah, it's going to be the opposite corner. It's going to be in the opposite corner. So with that, this is the opposite corner. That is the opposite corner. So let's go ahead and write friend B right there. So because of that, let's fill in the other pieces of information that we have, like the length and the width, given to us right over here. 180 meters, 120 meters over there. Now, everybody, let's understand what we're being asked to find. Let's see what we were being asked to find. It says, walking along the edge by the shorter route. That's how friend A gets to friend B. So friend A could go down and over or over and down. To be honest, it really doesn't matter because the distance is going to be the same. Because if it's 180 meters down here, it's going to be 180 up there. If it's 120 over here on the right, it's 120 there on the left. It's the same exact. And it doesn't matter if you put friend A over here and friend B over there. As long as it's opposite corners, you can't be wrong. You are fine. As long as you follow the directions, follow the setting that has been given to you, you're good. There's a million different ways to set it up. As long as you're following the rules, you are good. So with that, let's put those back where they were originally just for the sake of visuals. And again, we are not trying to go from here to here. No, we are going from here to here. Let me change the color of this highlighter. We're going from here to here and then here to here. So everybody, quick question. I know it says walking along the edge, but are we calculating the entire perimeter? Are we doing the entire perimeter? Correct. We are not. We are not doing the entire perimeter. Everybody, look. Friend A is here. Friend B is here. After we go along this side and along this side, we're done. We're done. We've reached friend B. If we go down here and over here, same thing. We reach friend B. What we are not doing is going all the way around back to where I started. No, we're just trying to get to this opposite corner over here. And so to get there, you can go up and around over there or up and around over here. But you do not need to go all the way around. And to understand that, what we really needed to do was interpret the story first. And so with that, it's just going to be 180 and 120 added together. It doesn't matter which way you go, because if you're going to go the opposite way, it would still be 120 and 180 added together. Either way, totally fine. It's the same exact value that you'll receive for the distance. 180 meters plus 120 meters gives us 300 meters. Making the choice that's correct here, answer choice D. And there it is. Again, another question where the end all be all was not the formula. The formula was part of the solution. So keep looking forward to more of that, everybody. We've got more coming up. You got this. All right, next problem. So the first thing we always do is read that question first. And it says clearly, how many feet are left to finish the trail? So as always, everybody, what's the first thing we want to think of when we see that we're trying to find out how much of anything is left, how much of something remains? What are we thinking there? What operation do we feel like has to come into play at some point? Yeah, subtraction. Subtraction has to come into play at some point here. So how many feet are left to finish? So how much is left? So subtract to get the remaining amount for that finish line. So what do we know so far? We know that the hiking trail right over here, it's 5 miles long. We know that it's 5 miles long. So the whole trail, the trail equals 5 miles. All right, sounds good. Now from there, it says the hiker has already walked 9,240 feet. Okay, sounds good. So we need to take the 5 miles that the trail encompasses, and we want to subtract over here the 9,240 feet. So the clear issue here is that we have miles and feet, and if we want to subtract, well, we got to make sure that at the end we get feet. That's what our answer choices say. So with that said, my party people, let's go ahead and do this. Here we go. We are going to do 9,240 feet, leaving that as is, and we'll turn the miles into feet. So right over here, we are going to do multiplied by 5,280 because here's your conversion. 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. So with that said, my party people, let's go ahead and get it done. Once we're done with the conversion, then we're going to subtract. So here we go. 5,280 multiplied by 5. 0 times 5, that's going to be 0. 8 times 5 is 40, carry that 4. 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 4 is 14. Then we have 5 times 5, that's going to be 25. Carry the 1 is 26. And so there we go. There we are, the 5 miles. That's going to translate to 26,400 feet. So now that we are here, my friends, what did we need to do again? Yeah, we needed to subtract, exactly. We needed to subtract. So to get that going, let's go ahead and just show that here. 9,240. We have the same units, so now we're good to go. And let's get that done. Let's finish things up. So 26,400 minus 9,240. 0 minus 0 is going to be 0. 0 minus 4, can't do that. So we'll go ahead and borrow a 1. And then we have 10 minus 4. That's going to give us 6, getting ahead of myself. Then we have 3 minus 2 is 1. And then we have 26 minus 9. That'll end up giving us 17. And there we are. Our final answer, the final amount that is left on this hike, on this trail, is 17,160 feet. And there we are, my party people. There we are. The correct answer for this question is answer choice A.